Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is the British cruiser line, the Tier 8 Edinburgh, which I haven't taken out for so long. I was really concerned that I'd forgotten how to play it. Although I've used the Fiji enough, and the Edinburgh is basically a Fiji clone with slightly less performance and slightly tougher, a slightly tougher hull. Against slightly tougher opponents. So anyway, this is the Tier 8 British light cruiser, the Edinburgh. So it is one of my favourite ships, as you can probably see. It's got historical camo, although that stable of favourite ships is growing quite considerably, and I have a growing list. So what I'm trying to do here is, well, actually the context for the game, I have been playing the Takao, I have been playing the Gascon, I have been playing the Z23, been doing okay in the Z23. The Takao and the Gascon, I was having real struggles, and I think immediately prior to this game I was in the Gascon, and I got absolutely jumped by a destroyer, and I've decided to go out and make a few destroyers. Probably not the same ones, but I don't care. They're destroyers, I'm going to make people pay. So here we are in the Edinburgh, out for vengeance, and there are no destroyers. So that makes a pretty tough game for the poor Edinburgh. The Edinburgh is not really the most capable ship of taking on that sort of heavy machinery on the opponent team, but we'll do our best. And one of the reasons that I've kept the recording of this video is because doing our best in the face of adversity in the Edinburgh is not a bad thing. Now, I am a bit worried about the Edinburgh's prospects with the new Italian cruiser line released, especially with the saturation of Italian cruisers and all that SAP, because the British light cruiser lines essentially are in the same camp as the Huanghui, in that they are essentially only just one step above being a destroyer, and Italian cruisers eat destroyers for dinner. So yes, this may be one of the few outings I get where I'm up against heavy machinery, but I feel like I can still do my bit. Anyway, so what we're doing here is that because we have a destroyer on our team, I'm heading over towards where all the light stuff is, because I've learned my lesson. Even though I can sort of slowly eat away at battleships with my guns by careful targeting, it is way too slow, and usually the return fire does its business far more effectively than I can do mine. The other thing about the Edinburgh in this sort of game is that with the enemy having no destroyers, essentially I become an effective scouting tool, although we have aircraft, so that's no good. Right, here we go. We found the bad guys. The Izumo is probably one of the softest targets, if I can keep him targeted, especially the bow of that ship. So he's moving forward very slowly, so we let him have it at the correct point in time, which would be not now, not now, now. Okay, so yep, as you can see, 7 hits, 1 bounce, and we're getting stuff. So basically what I'm trying to do here with this Izumo is just slowly eat away at his health, because that's all I can do, because I'm in an Edinburgh with 6-inch guns with armoured piercing only. And here we go, here's some likely targets. So we've got some decent hits in on the Izumo. Here we have the cruiser division. They're obviously firing in my direction. I smoke up, which puts off their aim and gives me the opportunity to deal some damage. Obviously they smoke up as well. He's going to disappear behind that island, but not before I get another line of shells in. I probably could launch some torpedoes, to be fair, but he may be heading away. And here's the Neptune. That is an advanced version of the Edinburgh. Now, the thing I find about the Neptune is that, apart from the fact the historical camo is way too pricey for me, the thing I find about the Neptune is it's a little bit large and a little bit unwieldy. So it's nice, rapid fire guns are good. Having all those torpedoes are good, but I'd prefer, my style is basically knife fighting and taking on destroyers, and the Neptune is not capable of doing that. So it sort of ends a bit of a no man's land as far as British cruisers are concerned, because these lighter British cruisers have these very destroyer-like tendencies, so that you can use them as scouting, or you can use them sort of in a quasi-destroyer role. So I've eaten a lot of health off that Neptune, which is good, because I really don't want him to be around, because he's in the same camp as Italian cruisers. He's very good at defeating destroyers, and I'm only 1 step above that, so I'm pretty much a natural target for him. But fortunately for me, someone has finished him off. Here we go. We're back on the back on cruiser duty, just taking on the things that I can take on. These cruisers, I still will get bounces at that sort of range, but I'm not going to get the high numbers of bounces that I get out of a battleship. And fortunately for me, someone's knocked him down to a slither of health, which means that those little shells that land are enough to put him over the edge and he's gone. Which really leaves me with a bit of a problem, because we have a carrier and a whole ton of battleships out there, and we're losing friendly ships, which is not great because it's a base capture map. Now fortunately for us, our destroyer has done the smart thing in this base capture map. The enemy has done the smart thing apart from the fact that he hasn't protected his cruisers. He's let his cruisers get out the front, probably not that he had a choice. Because now they have nothing really capable of dealing with that destroyer in any meaningful way. So, right, what I'm going to do here is try and see if I can get some torpedoes to land on this guy. It's going to be a bit tricky. So what we'll do is the Uzumo's, it looks like he's actually been sunk, which is good. Let's get those torpedoes away at the Bismarck. So what I'm trying to do now is accelerate so that I've got speed moving when that smoke expires. I'm not a sitting duck, because I suspect when that smoke expires, that Bismarck will be waiting. I know he's firing at someone else, that's great. So more torpedoes, take our chances. I mean, at that sort of health, if he's in a full-on slugfest with another battleship, may not make it until the torpedoes get there. But then again, it's looking pretty good. In fact, what we may find is that we may not make it because the game may end before my torpedoes make contact. Please make contact. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, at least give me 1. Oh, that's just such a shame, isn't it? Anyway, that's the sort of game you use to reset yourself after a bit of a losing streak. Just get out there with your favourite ship, knock it around, beat some stuff up, get your head straight, and then, yeah, head back into all those types of ships that may not be your core play style. So there we go, nice little victory. Not bad ranking considering the type of opposition I faced there. A close win because it was basically one on the number of... Oh no, it wasn't a close win because we took their cap, didn't we? Or nearly took their cap. So it was a moderate win. Close on the number of ships, but with that cap, certainly made a big difference. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that. Thanks for watching the channel, and please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.